Hi, welcome to Holy Tea with Ellen. This is September 26th. It's a Friday, and which is our new day for this newsletter. So if you want to know what's happening the coming week in learning ministries here at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, this is the place to find out. You should have been added to a list if you registered for any events. I also have lists that are more widely stretching. So hopefully this communication will reach you and keep you informed. So we resume church school in session on this coming Sunday. We're starting the story of the first sin. So Adam and Eve in the garden, and kind of what happened when humans decided that they needed to know all the things God needed. So they ate of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and they realized they were naked and they were ashamed. So we're going to talk about when we think we know more and we know better, and what that is like, and why we have rules and boundaries to keep us safe and healthy in our families and in the groups we're a part of, whether that's at school or here at church. We have ways of living together because we tend to mess up sometimes. It's messy being a human, and we make mistakes. And so we're going to talk about what the kind of life that God wants and has in mind for us, and had in mind when God created us. So that's the story we're talking about, and we're actually talking about in confirmation as well. We are in Manna and Mercy. We talked about manna, or what is it that fell from heaven. God provided nourishment for people, but they hoarded it. They kept it for themselves, even though they were told not to, and it rotted. And so we're talking about what happens when we don't follow instructions and we keep more than we need, and we don't share with others, and how that creates scarcity in our world and in our communities. And so how can we follow the example of that God set, that God, all things are God's, and God provides all things for us. One student in confirmation last night was particularly surprised to know that his Xbox actually belonged to God. If we believe all things come from and belong to God, then the Xbox is there too. So to be quite literal about the interpretation, but that was a fun thing to talk about with our confirmation kids this week. So that was last week. In the coming weeks, we're going to continue these conversations. Wednesday, October 1st is the first of our first Wednesday worships. Can I say first again? First Wednesday worship. So that will happen from 6:15 to 6:45 is our worship service. However, here in confirmation, please arrive at 6 p.m. We will have some time to gather, have some snacks. If you're a worship assistant for that worship service, you'll meet with your worship mentors to get ready and prepared for that worship service. We're excited about these. We're going to be learning about the Luther's Small Catechism in all our liturgy for worship, and it should be a good worship service. If you're here for church school, which resumes and will be in session on Wednesday, as a parent, you are welcome to join that worship service with us as well. Anyone who's in the building on a Wednesday between 6 and 7 is welcome to attend the first Wednesday worship. So hopefully we'll see you next week. But before that happens, this Sunday, September 28th, we have our first of 3 listening sessions for high school students. You should have got a postcard that looks like this in the mail. I've heard from one family that theirs came all kind of torn up, so that's a bummer. If you need to know the information and the dates that we are having these sessions are Sunday, September 28th, Wednesday, October 1st, and Tuesday, October 7th. For the times and details, look for the Holy Tea email. And the first of those is Sunday, September 28th at 11 a.m. in the multipurpose room. So please RSVP if you know that you're going to attend, so we can make sure we have enough food. We're going to feed you as a part of this 90-minute listening session. And please just pick one of the 3 options and come and participate. So the first of those is this Sunday at 11. I hope to see many high school students and their parents. It's for both students and parents. We want to hear from both of those populations about the kinds of things they hope for in youth ministry, the stories they have in youth ministries, any partnerships they're noticing that we might take part in terms of how we execute ministry with high school families and youth. So come be heard. We're going to listen, learn, and love. I love alliteration. Well, that's what I wanted to share today. I trust that you'll have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you in the coming weeks and days around here for something or other. Peace be with you.